Up next.
Come experience education with no boundaries at Ndejje University, where learning is taken beyond the confines of a lecture room. Come experience Ndejje University's Open Distance e-learning ODEL initiative. The program is flexible, reliable, and affordable with an impeccable support system to help you excel in the areas of engineering, health sciences, arts, education, social sciences, business management, basic sciences, and information technology. It will not matter where you are with our ODEL program. Your education experience at Ndejje University will be of quality. For more information, kindly visit our website at www.ndejjeuniversity.ac.ug or call 0392 730 321. Ndejje University. Come experience a holistic approach to learning.
This week.
It's more important if we can work strategically to grow the game, which they have done well. They worked very well with the Chinese embassy in growing the game of football. They have managed to establish a league.
We are very grateful to all the participating players, the various clubs, and all the managers who have supported the athletes.
The men's individual category was won by Thomas Keddy of Stroke Woodball Club with 97 points, while Sophie Namudu won the women's individual club with 66 points.
To win, it has been really patience. It has been God with us. And then I think it has been our persistence to do it.
We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hello everyone, my name is Ali Sharan Kiranda and I work in the news department. I want to wish you a very, very Merry Christmas and a happy, prosperous New Year. Keep watching Ndejje University TV.
Ndejje University TV, your source of knowledge and wisdom.
Impressive engineering project at Ndejje University. President Museveni receives delegation from Morocco. Makerere University swears in its 88th Guild Cabinet. Floods cut off Liantonde district, leaving many families homeless. The fight against gender-based violence continues in the 16 days of activism. And in sports, Busoga United misses penalty to make ties with Soltilo Bright Stars. Welcome to Ndejje University Television. My name is Lona Kasasa Jemima, and this is Live at 8. Here are the news in details. Engineering students at Ndejje University at the beginning of every semester are given projects to work on, which they later present at the end of the semester. Different students have come up with interesting projects which can be used to ease up your day-to-day life. Anslem Ojaru with more on this story.
First-year students under the Faculty of Engineering and Survey offer Introduction to Engineering, which cuts across all the other courses of survey, electrical, mechanical, since all fall under engineering. As an introductory course, students are assigned projects where they come up with project ideas that they develop and present to the faculty.
Our faculty, the engineering faculty, usually in year one we have the civil engineering students, the electrical engineering students, mechanical engineering students, and those doing land, survey and geomatics. So our expectation here is, before we have these models presented, we are grooming students to appreciate what we are covering in class. From when we teach them that they have that transition from school and then they come to the university, so they are having changes.
This is a must-do for all engineering students in relation the way we have Christian ethics. It is our identity as Ndejje University. We've run this course for all year ones since 2012. And the focus of this project is we are having people from A-level, people from diploma, and want to introduce them to what they call engineering. So we get a lecturer who is in charge, and part of his work is to give each and every student a project. They have to work on the whole semester, and we need a physical prototype of this project. They have presentations. Those presentations is actually 50% of the exam mark. Then we choose the good projects and we finance them further to full development. For example, you see a project of Richard Mugerwa, who is doing electronics and power. As a faculty, we've got funds from the university already to see his vision and dream come to life, and thanks to this course. So it is a yearly project at the beginning of the first semester. Since we have good numbers, if we have 100 students, we shall have 100 projects.
Students come up with projects inspired by ideas from scientists, and while some ideas are developed from the theoretical part of the course unit, which they develop, research about, and present to the faculty. Richard Mugera, a student in year 1, developed a project that can be used in day.
Came up with a project that can help us in our daily life. It can also help us in many other things. Maybe if I'm to talk about it, like the way you're seeing it here, I used some wires, magnetic copper wires, to make two coils, one which is the secondary coil, which is this one, and then the primary coil, which is this one. And then I had to get some components like the transistors, NPN type, and also some capacitors and resistors, as well as some LED bulbs to show how the way to be working. Talking about its connection, I first wound the secondary coil, a reasonable number of wounds, then also making about 500 to 600 tons of the primary coil, wounding it on the PVC pipe. And then after I connected, like you connect the secondary coil, you connect it to the collector of the transistor, then you consider also the base and also the emitter. Now after connecting it, you should be able to make the lighting systems like the bulbs to emit light within a given range. And this prototype of mine, it is using 12 volts to enable a bulb of 240 volts to emit light, and also it can induce current in like mutual induction in this coil to make these LED bulbs to give off light.
Another group of students made a pressure plate switch that can be used for security purposes. The students use affordable and accessible material to build their projects.
Applying pressure on it. Remember, those pressures help us with that. So when you press, when you step on like this, it has already given you a sense that someone is probably, let's say, in a room. It's in a dark room.
According to the lecturer of Introduction to Engineering, this course unit helps students appreciate the engineering and focus on expanding the theory, since it enables students to see both the practical and the theoretical part.
They look at engineering societies. If a student really appreciated that whatever we're having today as the good designs in construction, the good roads, they had a base from the Romans, the construction we are doing, the sewerage works had some foundation.
The students are expected to come up with unique models with the knowledge acquired in class.
But then what we need at the end of it all is what you bring on board. What is unique about your project? It could even be something that we have or we are using day to day, but then how you appreciate it, and then this will come up with so many changes. So over the time, I've also been able to appreciate the efforts of my students. I see some things I really don't know. You look at a model and you really appreciate, and you're like, where did these people come up with such a thing?
After developing the projects, the students present them to the faculty to be awarded with marks, and this is also aimed at improving their communication skills, since by presenting them, fear is driven out and confidence is built, thus appreciating the course they are pursuing. Anselm Ojaru, live at 8.
Already given you a sense that.
Thank you very much, Anselm Ojaru. Hoping to see more of these interesting projects. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has received a special message from the King of Morocco, His Majesty Mohammed VI, on matters concerning Africa Cup of Nations on the 5th of December 2022. Harriet Temaya with more on the story.
The special envoy of the Moroccan king, who is also the Minister of Culture and Youth, His Excellency Mehdi Ben Said, delivered this message to President Museveni at State House Entebbe yesterday afternoon on the 15th December 2022. In the message from the Morocco king, His Excellency Mehdi Ben noted that Morocco seeks support in their bid to host the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations.
This letter is about, Morocco want to organize the next competition of soccer, African soccer, and of course the king of Morocco, His Majesty the King of Morocco, want to have your support to organize this competition in Morocco.
If others come, I would say Morocco was first.
Thank you, Excellency.
And I support Morocco.
Thank you.
Morocco being the first country to approach Uganda, President Museveni said he will support them. President Museveni further welcomed the special envoy and his entrance to Uganda and pledged to support this sporting event Morocco wishes to host, as long as it does not collide with the interests of the East African countries. His Excellency Mehdi Ben was accompanied by the Uganda Minister of Foreign Affairs, Honorable Abubakar Ndejje Odong, appreciated President Museveni for the warm hospitality accorded to them and was very grateful to have the opportunity to visit this beautiful country, Uganda, for the first time. The delegation was accompanied by the Uganda Ambassador to Khartoum in Sudan, Dr. Rashid Yeye Semudu, and other government officials. Harriet Temaya, live at 8.
The newly elected Makerere University Guild President, his cabinet, as well as the Guild representatives, were sworn in on the 5th of December 2022 at the institution's Central Technical Facility 2 auditorium. The event was presided over by the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Barnabas Nawangwe. Here is more on the story.
Lawrence Alliance Dangote, the new elected Guild president, his cabinet and Guild representative were sworn in as the 88th Guild cabinet of the Great Makerere University yesterday, 5th December. Makerere University conducted virtual elections at the end of last month, 30th November, where Lawrence Alliance Dangote from the College of Engineering, Design, Art and Technology was elected the 88th Guild president with 5,839 votes. Dangote, the new Guild president, related his victory to God's voice, hence promised to provide the best for students and university at large. He therefore cautioned the university management about the slow renovation of Lumumba Hall of Residence.
And what better way to make them participate than contribute their very views which must be had and implemented. We just celebrated 100 years, and I've been quoted saying, Makerere University has a very proud past, a worrying present, and a yet more worryingly uncertain future. And that is informed by the following. The students of truth and many other programs walk to the halls of residence. And Mr. Reverend, I'm sure will agree that the halls of residence are halls of residence, not lecture rooms.
While handing over office, Ms. Shamim Nambasa, the outgoing Guilty president, commended her successor and advised him to work for the students. The management of Makerere University said they will continue using the e-voting method of electing the students' leadership, since the system is violence-free and allows many students to participate in the elections compared to the previous ones. It should be remembered that the university management opted for online electoral voting for the first time to replace the physical elections that had since been suspended following the July 14th campaign, which resulted into the death of a UCU student identified as Vetungura Bawate. Sala Chirabo, live at 8.
I, Kabura Muzaffar, swear that I shall discharge my duties as the Minister for Research.
Misery as heavy rains caused floods in Liantonde district, displacing several families, destroying crops, and leaving many homeless and seeking refuge. Brenda Alinkova has more on the story.
Flooding caused by heavy rains has displaced more than 30 families in Shemamba Trading Center, Liantonde district, and damaged several roads over the weekend. Several acres of crops have also been submerged, causing fear that the district may experience food shortage. The residents said the area has been experiencing heavy rain for the past couple of weeks, which has forced most of them to seek refuge on the verandas and also lack what to eat. Lauben Befaho, a father of 5, said his house was submerged as a result of the heavy downpours.
Nga twebase ze n'omukyala n'abaana amazzi negajja negatandika okuletwa wansi w'ekitanda wansi katugone enyumba yona nebeera amazzi netuvaamu netugenda mu ndala naye netusanga yona nga mazzi ku makya era ebintu twabirekamu era ku makya bwe bwakya netuddukawo wano ebyomu nyumba byonna byagwerera mu mazzi ago.
The flood cut off some of the roads connecting Liantonde to other districts such as Rengo and The most affected roads include Rengo, Liantonde, Sembabule Road via Chemamba and Rakai. Liantonde Sembabule Road via Kasagama, which has been the main road joining other districts to Liantonde district. A section of the Rengo Liantonde Sembabule Road via Chemamba Road was submerged after a dam at Chemamba in the Akajura sub-county burst its banks following the heavy rain. Travelers have been advised to use Kasagama Road to go to Liantonde, which the drivers say is a longer route. Some of the truck drivers said they have been stranded for days with cattle and produce such as maize and other perishable goods including tomatoes, onions, matoke, Irish potatoes and cabbages. However, the leaders of the district have blamed the issue of the floods on the residents, saying they encroached on the wetlands in the area, failed to take heed and went ahead to settle in the wetlands, and that now nature is fighting back and they are facing the repercussions. They also added that they are trying to repair the affected roads, but they are financially constrained and really need assistance from the government to have these roads fully repaired. Alikoba Brenda, Tendo Rebecca Gwaliwa, live at 8.
Thank you very much, Brenda Alinkoba. As the world comes together to unite against the gender-based violence in the 16 days of activism, communities have called to join efforts to end this vice. Agnes Nabugwao has more on the story.
Gender-based violence is a serious violation of human rights and a life-threatening health and protection issue. It refers to harmful acts directed at an individual based on their gender, and it is rooted in gender inequality, the abuse of power, and harmful norms. This can take several forms such as intimate partner violence, sexual violence, child marriage, and female genital mutilation. In Uganda, a 4-year program known as Together for Sexual and Reproductive Health Rights that started in 2018, together with the World Health Organization and partners, are supporting the government in its initiatives to eliminate gender-based violence and deliver great access to health services and assistance to survivors of violence. The prevalence data from Uganda Bureau of Statistics on different forms of violence against women shows that 29.9% of women aged 15 to 49 years experience intimate partner sexual violence at least once in their lifetime. 34% of women aged 20 to 24 years get married before the age of 18, and 0.3% of the age of 15 to 49 years have undergone female genital mutilation. Gender-based violence disproportionately affects girls and women, particularly through certain forms of violence such as child marriage, intimate partner violence, female genital mutilation, trafficking, coercion, manipulation, and many others. In a way to curb gender-based violence, the religious leaders are called upon to take part in the fight by preaching about behavior changes, morals, and conducting married meetings as a way of raising awareness against gender-based violence.
People not knowing God in their hearts, it brings people to make things that are useless to the women. So I call upon our religious leaders and the government at large. Basically, we need people to be taught about God, basically, because this thing, if a person lacks God in his heart or in her heart, it brings sexual harassment.
Christine Naguja, a resident of Mengo, urged the men not to be violent.
Kati abaami ensangi zino kale ebiseera ebisinga beefuula bize babiwadde nnyo emirimu okusinga famire zaabwe. So kati awo gavumenti we yaliviiriddeyo nebange eteekako emisomo n'esomesa negamba kati gino emisomo gy'abasajja twagala tubasomese engeri gy'osobola okuba ng'okola n'osigala ate ng'olabirira famire yo, n'omukyala n'obanga okola emirimu gye gy'ewaka aye n'osigala ng'otambuza bulungi nnyo ki.
Gender violence threatens family structures as children suffer emotional damage as they watch their mothers being tortured, and at the end leaving the mother to struggle against increased poverty and negative social repercussions. Parents should go back to the traditional ways of upbringing, abandoning the contemporary lifestyle.
In society, the parents should go.
And in sports, miserable Busoga misses penalty to defeat resurgent Bright Stars in the Uganda Premier League at Kachindu Stadium in Jinja. Let's have a look.
Ibrahim Kasinde scored 7 minutes into the second half to hand Bright Stars 4 consecutive wins as they saw off Busoga United in Jinja. The hosts missed a late penalty that could have salvaged a point when substitute Derek Niwamanya sent his effort on the crossbar. Following a goalless first half, the winger beat the hosts' goalkeeper with a left-footed shot to send the visitors into wild celebrations. Asaf Mwebaza's Chargers, who now climbed to 5th on the logo with 17 points, had to endure, but they held on for all points. Busoga United stays second from bottom with 3 points in the 10th game, and their next task is a huge one away to Wakiso Giants on Friday in the lunchtime kick-off. The same opponents will be the ones for Bright Stars, who will be at home against the Purple Sharks on December 13th. Salah Chirabo, Alan Gamoli, live at 8.
Also in sports, Ian Asubo, journalism student at UCU, has shared with us his views about university football ahead of the East African University Games, which are to take place on the 16th of December at Ndejje University main campus. Let's have a look.
I'm going to talk football today.
and it seems that all teams aren't yet quite ready in terms of registration to the East African University Games. I'll get a date where I can confirm to you all the teams that are participating and the disciplines that are going to participate. But based on assumptions, we could only assume that the 4 best university sides were invited for the tournament, inclusive of the hosts Ndejje. You have Slough, St. Lawrence University, you have Nkozi University, UFL champions, you have Uganda Christian University, as well as MOOPS going to take part in that tournament representing Uganda. And you also have Ndejje, the big league side outfit that are going to represent the hosts and probably have the most experience in terms of playing together and also competition-wise, because they have been playing games in the big league for a minute now. So that is generally it in terms of the men's side. You switch over to the ladies. You're going to have Shimak at the tournament. You're going to have Shiko Prates. You're going to have Uganda Christian University. So 3 of those sides actually play in the top flight league for the women, the Women's Super League in Uganda, and there is plenty of experience that's going to go by. Yona Nabumba, there is Ashat Naluga, the top scorer. So there is plenty of talent going to be shown at these East African Games, and football is going to, as a dominating sport that it is going to be one of the most eagerly watched sports. There is going to be plenty of challenges from Kenya, from the Kenyans, our neighbors. There is Mountain of Namu University, there is Nairobi University, Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, as well as Burundi, Rwanda, Congo as well are going to be here, Democratic Republic of Congo. So there is a lot to be excited about in terms of football, and yeah, we just can't wait for the games to begin. It is not appropriate that we're not sure of all the teams that are going to participate, and the draws have not been made beforehand, but it is what it is, and we get to take what we can get. So yeah, that is an update in terms of football. I'll bring you more updates as the days keep on progressing.
Thank you very much, Ian Asubo. This has been Live at 8. Until tomorrow, same time, same station. See you.
Is fine.
Joy Noel.
Why is it that a handsome, successful guy like you is still single?
Stop! I am a good zombie!
What? What? What's funny? Nothing should be funny.
Quieto. Everyone is looking for the wishing star.
So what am I in your story?
You're not handsome enough to be the love interest. Then let's go.
I think I love her.
Maybe they weren't what you were looking for.
Excuse me, are you two together?
Oh, no. Yeah? Well, yeah, we were, we are.
Christmas is almost here. And after that day, I know my life will never be the same. What will happen to me? To us?
Please tell me the universe really does reward the brave.
You got this.
The biggest East African University Sports Festival is here. Over 70 universities, 20 sport disciplines, 3,000 athletes, 100 plus fixtures on the card, and 1 East African champion in 5 days. The 12th edition of the East African University Games will be hosted at Ndejje University from the 16th to 21st December 2022. The East African University Games will run under the theme, Strengthening the Integration of Eastern Africa University Education through University Sports. Proudly brought to you by Federation of Eastern Africa University Sports, in conjunction with Association of Uganda University Sports, Ndejje University, and Ndejje University TV, your true source of knowledge and wisdom.